What's up, Mads? How are you doing?
What's up?
So obviously, I think the elephant in the room. So you're moving up to lightweight for this matchup. What was the reasoning behind the move up from featherweight?
The reason I've been the last couple of cuts I've had have been absolutely terrible. Like recovering from that, and then I had to weigh in so often here in the PFL tournament format that it made total sense to move up to 155. Yeah.
Okay, and then you're also facing a newcomer, Michael Dufort, who hasn't really fought under the PFL and Bellator banner. So obviously, like he's a physical grappler. How do you expect him to fight you, and how do you think you're gonna do against him this Friday?
I don't expect anything going into a fight. I just go into fight. Whatever happens, happens. I always say this. If people watch my interviews, you are dumb shits if you expect anything because it's a fight. Everything can happen. So I just go in there and focus on myself, and whatever happens, happens.
Yep, that's a good way to put it. And then also, this is in Las Vegas. You train down in Vegas. So, what's the energy like this time of the year, especially a bunch of big combat sports events coming up?
Yeah, it's cool, but to be honest, it's Vegas. Something that's happening every weekend, every day. So the vibe is the same as it always is. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Loving the jersey too.
Thank you.
Dylan,
What's up, Mads? Who we got on that
Not
jersey?
not this guy. Not this guy. No. What's up, Dylan?
Is that Garnett?
What?
Is that Kevin Garnett on the jersey?
You know it.
All right, I got some questions. You received high praise throughout the years from a bunch of commentators in the past. Randy Couture, Dan Hardy, Big John McCarthy, to name a few. I know you've been into WWE a bit lately, so I'm wondering how cool would it be to have the legendary Jim Ross call one of your fights? And would you say that we are in for a slobber knocker come Friday night?
First of all, that would be sick because he's one of the funniest commentators ever, and you bet your bollocks to a bonton that this is going to be a slobber knocker. This is going to be a great fight. I got a feeling that this is going to be a messy fight, but it's going to be an entertaining fight.
I know you just said you don't expect a lot when you're going into a fight. You just go in there, you want to fight. But do you feel like Michael Dufort has ever been in the cage with someone like you, someone like Mads Burnell with the striking, the grappling, all that good stuff?
Shit, I don't know about that. Like, if he has good, if he hasn't good, like that don't mean shit when we go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's
Another guy,
facing me, so
yep. Another guy you've received praise from is former UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland, who called you the best boxer at Extreme Couture on numerous occasions. Strickland was also seen on PFL's Fight Week vlog, shouting coaching instruction to you from outside the cage. How beneficial is it to be surrounded by world-class athletes and former champions in your training sessions? And what does it mean to you to be labeled as one of the highest level fighters at one of the top gyms on planet Earth?
so being labeled as one of the highest level fighters, especially from a dude like Strickland, that means a lot. Of course, that's cool. And what's funny is in that PFL vlog where he was coaching on the outside, he was actually not coaching me. He was coaching my sparring partners, and they didn't put it in there. But I was actually talking trash to Sean while we were sparring. I wish they put it in there, but yeah, that would have been cool. So yeah.
And another guy that could be found hanging around Extreme Couture, PFL President Ray Sefo. What can you tell me about your relationship with Sefo and how excited you are to be a part of this $1 million lightweight tournament?
Man, I think it's super cool to have a guy that fought himself on the highest level in kind of the same format as we doing when Cepho fought K1. So he knows what it's all about. He knows what it is like going through fight week, being in a fight, being on the receiving end of a loss or winning. He knows all the ins and outs of the fight game. So I'm super happy to have him as like my boss. And in general, I'm just super excited for this PFL merge with Bellator because that gives me more of a chance to be more active and put on exciting fights and just fight. So that's super exciting.
all right, Patrick.
Hey, Mad. So, like you just talked about, you train out of Extreme Couture in Las Vegas. Dufort's from Canada. Do you feel like you have some kind of home field advantage here fighting in Vegas?
That don't mean shit. So no. At the end of the day, it's a fight. People can sit outside and scream and yell and all this bullshit outside the cage, but at the end of the day, it's just me and him in there. So
I know a lot of people have been interested in how Dufort's grappling is going to stack up against your grappling. How do you feel his grappling will stack up against yours?
we will see.
All right, Lorenzo. Hey man, it's good to talk to you, brother. We all know that you always bring it to the fight, and you know that you have a job to do this coming weekend. But truth is also you're fighting in a new promotion. I'm sure there are adjustments you and your team had to have made. How do you phase all that out and just stay focused on the job at hand?
So the only adjustment we pretty much have done is moving up a weight class. Otherwise, the camp and what we do in camp has pretty much been the same. Yeah, I can't remember the rest of your question, to be honest.
Even through this fight week, you know, like you've been able to stay pretty level headed, just focused on the match, not worrying about you see new faces. You're not with Bellator at the moment. It's PFL. All that seems to have gone smoothly for you.
So the funny thing is, actually, there's a lot of old faces here too, and a lot of the people that work for PFL is from around Vegas, and then you have a lot of the Bellator crew here. So there's a lot of like the old faces too. So I ain't worried too much about that, and I'm not focusing too much on the fight. I'm just focusing on myself and go in and do my thing.
Sounds good. Excited to see you fight this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carlos. Carlos, you there? Okay, we'll go back. Dylan, I know you had a follow-up.
Sorry,
This
my
guy.
computer died, Mads. Last one. I just want to know who's going to be in your corner for this one.
Dennis Davis and Blake Monty is going to be in my corner for this one.
No, Nicholas Mota this time out.
No, not this guy.
All right,
This
thank you,
guy,
man.
he would only have to corner me if we were in an all-you-can-eat contest.
Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Carlos, are you back?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah,
So,
like you
Carlos.
talk about your preparation for this fight and how excited are you to get back into the octagon?
It's actually the smart cage to correct you, but no, I'm fucking with you. But I'm super excited to get in there. You know, this is what I live for. I love fighting, win, lose or draw. I just want to put on a great performance and go in there and do what I love.
True that. I know you talked about wrestling a minute ago. And did you watch WrestleMania last weekend?
I really wanted to watch WrestleMania, but I'm not really into where and how you watch stuff out in America, so I didn't get to watch it, unfortunately. But it looks sick from the highlights I could see on YouTube and stuff like that.
True that, true that. Do you your preparation for all these fights that you do you ever like remember one wrestler growing up that you like, man, I want to be like him?
See, the funny thing is, it's actually mostly since I started being more here in America that I started to follow WWE. So and what I watch is more like the old guys like Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels and that kind of era. But I think Stone Cold, he's the guy. Of course, he's number one up there.
True that, bro. And I appreciate you and I look forward to seeing what you do, bro, in the ring.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Valeria?
Hello, this is Valerie McConnell of Val TV Network Fight Night from Las Vegas. Well, congratulations to you, Matt. I mean, this is a great platform, and as you know, you're going in together with Bellator and PFL. So, what about your fans back home? What type of reception are they looking forward to for Fight Night?
Shit, I don't know, man. The Danish fans is fucking dumber than rocks, so I don't really give them much about them.
Okay, well, coming up in your weight with the weight gain, actually the 154 pounds. So how's that coming along? Is it challenging for you being that this is a new weight class here?
No, this was natural progression. I've said it in interviews before. Like when I started as a pro when I was 19, I was walking around like 163, 164, soaking wet, eating McDonald's every day if that's what I wanted. And now the weight is a little different. You know, I just turned 30 last month, and I became a man, if you can say so. So it was just natural progression to move up eventually.